for was, Jimtown Road, and, I'm sorry for, jumping around. I don't think I realized what, I didn't think it was that anyway. Sorry for jumping around, Commissioner. Anyway, Jimtown Road, okay, I'll explain this to you guys right quick. Mr. Sanders and Law and our mayor, met, with Commissioner, and they came up with some stuff to do on Jimtown Road. They're all in agreement. We brought some stuff in before, and, you know, wording or, you know, what was and what was not right. It just wasn't all the way right. Alright, so we brought some stuff in before, and we kicked it out. But the residents, Mr. Sanders is speaking, you're speaking for the residents of Jimtown Road, and Law got together with our mayor, and they're all in agreement on what you see in front of you right here. So if you haven't had time to read through it right quick.
Has everybody got a resolution?
I think, yeah, everybody got it.
What
You
about-
got one, Donnie?
Yes.
What about a, engineering report?
No.
I've got the engineering report on the email. Ain't that what you sent me, or, yeah?
Yeah.
Anybody need the engineering report?
I do.
Yeah, I got some more if you don't have them.
But,
Well, can I have one for the minute, please?
yeah, these are, and definitely, and the reason I'm telling y'all this will have to be in out of order. You know, this has been pushed back. And I guess my question right quick to you guys is, if we decide to push this on through the full commission, are you guys okay with out of order? I know, you know, sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. And the reason I ask is because there will probably be a substantial amount of bodies from Jimtown Road at this meeting, and I'm gonna ask, I asked Mr. Phillips already, and I'm gonna ask to suspend the rules first. That way all these people from Jimtown, instead, you know, we usually do out of orders at the end of the meeting.
You get that?
I get that.
Okay.
Everybody on the same page, John?
Nice charter.
We usually do out of orders at the end of the meeting, but because there's gonna be so many people there from Jimtown, there you go, Rick. There's gonna be so many people there from Jimtown, Mr. Phillips said it was okay, as long as, the chairman, everything didn't care, we're gonna try to do that order before the first resolution. That way these people can go ahead and go, and, let's say the courtroom will clear up quite a bit if it's mid-council, I think. Is that okay with the body? If we make it to the full commission, if we do that, you okay with that? Keith, you good? Rick, over here? Charlie, Tyler?
Yes.
Okay, now, back to business. This was, drew up with these guys, you know, and the best plan they could come up with.
You bet you.
Read, not read, had a chance to look at it, any questions on it? You can, like I said, you can direct them to, Law, your mayor. I'll answer what I can, Mr. Sanders can answer what he can, Rick can answer what he can, Rick's been involved in it some too. Some of us have been down that road and seen it. I don't know who all, Keith, you heard it, you didn't see it though. That's what I had you on phone, what's speakerphone?
Right.
But, just, everybody either tell me when you have any questions or we're good, or,
This is in my district, this is the 6th district. If you've not traveled that road, you need to, I don't know, I suggest you go down there and travel it, it's a safety, you know, that's what we're addressing, is the safety part of it. And, you know, if you've not seen it, it would be a good thing if you could see what Bill and the neighbors down there deals with every day. But this resolution is trying to address safety concerns for now, to try to implement what we can do to make this road safer now. And that's my concern, is the safety of the people. And we just need to try to do something. And this is all we can come up with right now. I mean, we don't have multi-millions of dollars to go down there and fix that road. Like it, and if we did, I don't know how you go, you know, we'd have to acquire property and everything to fix it like the state suggested to fix. I don't know that, you know, that's a big undertaking for our county. We'd be spending money on just that one road, what we would spend on 50 or 60 or 70 roads, Lowell.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, to me, that's something that we just can't do.
Can I speak on
go ahead, Mr. Sanders.
this? So, we started this back in April, you know, on our initial discussions.
You wanna be Bill or Mr. Sanders?
Huh?
Do you wanna be Bill or Mr. Sanders?
Bill.
Okay.
What's your name, sorry?
Bill Sanders. Yeah, you say Mr. Sanders, I think it's my dad. And, so we initially started this back in April, because of some of the concerns that come up in, large vehicles. You saw many of the pictures and so forth in there. And I know, Mr. Bridwell, I know one of your focus has been, we need to fix the road. But to fix it to state standards, or it's level 2 or level 3 that they say in here, it's gonna be millions of dollars. And you have lots of roads in the county that don't meet that same standard. Because of the way the topography is of the ground and so forth, large, huge boulders and steep, drop-offs. I mean, it's gonna be a major undertaking to try to get it up to where 2 lanes of traffic can pass. Now, we as the residents of the road, most of us are pretty pleased with being out in the middle of nowhere, one way in, one way out, and we don't look to have it be a 2-lane, 20 feet wide road. But we do wanna make sure that we don't have such traffic coming down through there that it really puts our families at risk, danger, because, two vehicles meeting in the wrong place, somebody's gotta scooch over to a tight spot, and we have to pull in our mirrors and get through. Imagine that with some of the dump trucks and so forth on there. So what we're trying to do is reduce down, limit the speed, which y'all did pass the speed limit on there, which we appreciate. We also probably need to get some enforcement down there from time to time as well. But we'll never get, a 2-lane road that's gonna be affordable for the county to do. These measures, and I appreciate the mayor, for Rick, for Dawson, for Lowell, and all of us, we got together last Friday. We had what we thought was a good resolution, but then we had bumps and pimples with it that we had to work out. We spent an hour and a half working this through.
All right, let me clarify right quick, sorry, there was only one commissioner that
Yeah,
got it.
exactly,
Not
but
sorry.
I've been talking
There
with.
was only one person.
Yeah, exactly, but I've been talking with.
Yeah, I've been on the phone with him.
Commissioner Field on there and trying to share as much information as possible on that. So through the group effort, we had probably 10 residents there. We kind of scaled the attendance back for that to be where we could work through and not have too many more. But everybody voiced their opinion. Everybody had good points to put in here, and this is a collective effort that we put together to produce this. And so we ask that you support it, and let us move forward with it, and let the commission vote on it.
May I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
I think one of the things that concerned me the most when we got through this is that, I forget who I was talking to at the time, but they said that the man who bought the property and continued this operation, which had been shut down for a number of years, if I understand right.
Well, it's talking about the operation. It has, the property was purchased, several years ago by Stewart Taylor Properties, and it was just recently sold to this individual.
There's been a period of time since the old operation to the new one that started, right?
Right.
Now,
May I speak, I'm sorry to interrupt you, George, but may I speak right now, clarify one thing? My part on this resolution was safety concerns. It ain't concerning nobody down there, it's not property or whatever.
Right.
That's not intended toward that purpose.
Right.
The purpose of this right here is to the safety of the people that live down there.
Yep.
And nothing else. I mean, and see, I understand, and until that road can be updated somewhat, I'm not saying it has to be brought to state standards, but it's going to have to be a whole lot more safer than what it is right now. It will hit, in this resolution, we're stating essential traffic.
That's the point.
And that's the only way that I see that we can make that road safe at the time. And I didn't mean to interrupt you, George. I just want to
I
clarify
agree
that
with
one thing.
you. My whole thing was that I'd heard some complaints that the gentleman had made threatening statements that he could send 200 trucks down that road a day. And that does not sound to me like a good neighbor policy of someone cranking up a business and going through that area on a risky road. And so the people live there now have this weight of uncertainty over their head of someone who's gonna bully down the road with big trucks that you can't hardly even pass when you get on the road. So that was my concern the whole time. But what could we do? Because, beyond just fixing a road, I know that exceeds the limit of what was originally designed for. It seems like, I don't know what it would be, but I think maybe think about if there's anything that can be done, or even take it to Nashville and have them
Well,
give some advice.
And the focus of the engineer's study on there is about routine cyclical, traffic of heavy vehicles on there. And what this limits it is basically essential traffic, for doing repairs, doing what needs to be, but not, routine, everyday, multiple vehicles. The individual that told me, and my wife, that he was gonna have 200 trucks a day in it, which means 400 travels, through. Heck, that, you couldn't do that, it'd be me. Not be able to pass. But what this does is focuses on essential traffic because there's a lot of houses being built down here right now. There's about six or seven houses that are being built along that road, and we're going to support that kind of activity with this essential traffic. Now that will be a blurb of activity for a while, and then it'll be done. But have continual routine traffic of these heavy vehicles is what you're basically limiting. You're saying essential traffic for the purposes that are listed on there.
Okay, so you feel good about this resolution?
We feel very good about it on there. For all of the neighbors, one thing about all of this is that we now have a sense of community that we didn't have before. All the neighbors know each other now along that 3 miles, and we talk frequently and communicate frequently on there. And so all of them have expressed support for this effort. Everybody that was in attendance and helped with the drafting of what you see in front of you was all in favor of it. And so we just ask as the residents and property owners that you support it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
I move that we, suspend the rules, put this resolution up front as an out of order, and introduce it for the full county.
Make a motion. Go ahead and roll. This resolution up front, and we'll just have to, if necessary, do it. That order, commission, I got a second by Keith, did you? Commissioner Gibson, second. Any questions?
I'd like to add one thing. We were talking about the places they can pass. I missed that meeting.
Yeah, I was holding the phone up for you. Not many. As you first come into and start going down to the holler, as everybody refers to it, there's about 2 spots where it's kind of widened out there on a curve, slight little curve that you can squeeze over. That's good for passenger vehicles, not for a big truck. I was relating the
Where
other.
I'm going with this, when they had that slide over Twins, they had to put some lights up on both ends to stop traffic, give people time to get in and out. Is that a possibility?
That's a possibility.
I don't know if it'd be for law or not, but, would that be, do you think something like that would work? Would people honor the lights? If you put a light, you get your green light to go and you wait down here?
I think our folks would honor the light. You'd have to look at the configuration and the distance and that's covered and so forth. I mean, because it's a 3 mile long road, and there are
I haven't
really,
seen it, so I really.
there's really like 3
Like
distinct sections in there.
3 miles, it takes 10, 15 minutes to get down though,
Yeah.
so that'd be a long way sitting there.
It'd be tough to do that. I was, if we can get this resolution passed, I think we need to see how this works.
Yeah.
You know,
I think so.
because, you know, it says these actions, this resolution says these actions will remain in place until such time that road upgrades can be completed. And we don't know when that's gonna be.
Right.
The light would work just like a speed limit does. I put probably 200 speed limit signs up over this county when I was chairman of the road committee back through the years. They're good for a couple of weeks. Once people get used to them, they're right back to the same speed they always were. Don't have a bit.
Yeah, with the construction workers in there, they're not necessarily like, abiding by, some of the neighbors may not either, but it has calmed it somewhat, down there, but with all the construction folks going in there, they're not abiding by it. So again, you're looking at, behavior is much, and targeted enforcement is really the way to go for that, so.
All right, guys, we got a motion on the floor and we got a second. Any more discussion? To send this through as an out of order resolution to the full commission, and we'll read it first thing that night. Ahead of that first resolution, we'll go ahead and get it out of the way because of and I'll announce to the rest of the commissioners why we're doing it first. That way they all know before we, we're all kind of spread out through it, so y'all can elbow anybody you need to, so, Anyway, the first, got a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.